Hello everyone, I'm Ching. It's the B337F TO2 Group 8 presentation. It's my student ID card.
First of all, let's have a company overview. Tesla is an American-based automobile company headquartered in California. The company is specialized in designing, developing, and manufacturing high-performance e-vehicle and other renewable energy products. Tesla was founded by the group of engineers with a mission in 2003 to move forward and introduce a emission-free future through the development of clean energy products. Production of e-vehicle is an engineering concept, and the company has been conducting extensive research to develop efficient, high-performing, safe, and commercial viable automobiles. Secondly, it's about the market analysis. I will talk to the US stock market. Let's focus on the New York Stock Exchange, NYSE first. New York Stock Exchange is by far the world's largest stock market exchange by market capitalization of its listed companies as 30.1 trillion US dollar. And the second one is the NASDAQ, the National Association of Security Dealers Automated Quotation. It's an electronic security trading institution in the United States, which is owned and operated by NASDAQ, a stock market company. NASDAQ is the abbreviation of the National Security Association's Automatic Information System. It was founded in 1971 and has become one of the largest stock markets in the world. The NYSE and NASDAQ are both considered hybrid market. Is both the quote and order-driven system. Thirdly, I would like to talk about the stock market index of U.S. stock market. There are 4 indexes have been concluded, which are S&P 500 index, NASDAQ 100, Dow Jones Industrial Average, and Russell 2000 index. First of all, let's take a look of the S&P 500 index. It is the stock index that records 500 listed companies in the United States, measuring the stock performance of 500 large companies listed on stock exchange. The stock index is created and maintained. Second, take a look of the NASDAQ 100. The NASDAQ Composite Index is an average index of stock price, reflecting the change in the NASDAQ stock market, which a basic index of 100. Dow Jones Industrial Average. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is one of the several stock market index created by Wall Street Journal and Charles Dow, founded in Dow Jones Company, which is used as a measure of the development of the industrial composition in the US stock market. The last one is Russell 2000 index. Russell 2000 index is a kind of Russell index. The number of constituents index stock in 2000. It is composed of 2000 stock with the smallest market value in Russell 2000 index. The above stock market mainly use 2 primary structures, including quote-driven market and order-driven market. First of all, let's talk about the quote-driven market. Quotation-driven refers to relying on the market maker to complete the transaction. Under the quotation-driven mode, the buying and selling price of securities are given by the market maker. The buyer and the seller buy or sell security from the market maker instead of pairing directly. Market makers make 2-way quotation for securities according to the market power and their own condition and accept the trading requirements for the investor at the quoted position and trade with investor with their own funds and securities. Next, about the order-driven market. Order-driven market refers to the market where customer orders can be directly traded with other customer orders through agent, and the price is usually determined by customer orders. The price of securities trading is driven by both buying and selling orders in the market. Next, let's shift the focus on the market chosen. We choose the technology stocks. Tesla. Tesla is an American-based automatically car company with development electric vehicle and clean energy and sold over 1 million car product in 2020. It is the best sale electric vehicle in the world. Tesla devoted themselves to product first advanced driver assistance system, Tesla Autopilot. The market share of 70% of plug-in segment and 23% of battery electric segment. The total asset and equity are going to be 34.309 billion US dollar and $6.618 billion. Listed the Nasdaq in 2010. Tesla launched the first IPO and Nasdaq. 13,300,000 shares of the common stock were issued by the public, and the all-time high Tesla stock closing price was 586.76 in November 2020. Then I would like to talk about the opportunity of Tesla. Tesla made business expansion in market in Asia. First of all, it's about the Korean market. South Korea offered the two incentive of buying electric. The national government will provide a subsidy over 7,500 US dollar, and total amount of subsidy may be high as 16,500 US dollar, and they reduce the base price of the standard range plus from US dollar 43,000. And second one is about the mainland China market. Tesla has operated Tesla Gigafactory 3 in Shanghai, and it was the first overseas factory from them. And Tesla also reduced the pricing of electronic car. Tesla has emerged on innovating the new technology in lower cost, efficiency factories, and automatically car. And Tesla provide 4,680 batteries with the diameter. As a result of the upgrade of the stronger capability of the increase by 5 times, the electric power is increased by 6 times compared with the polar year, and the driving range is increased by 16%. The new battery can reduce the cost per kilowatt hour by 14%. Therefore, the advantage of new battery line is more intensive, design the product, and lower the cost. Tesla also have a large market confidence. The price of Tesla stock has tripled rise since the start of 2020, and they're also inventing other types of vehicle and a new electronic trunk invented. Let's shift the focus on efficiency. Tesla has recorded a number of vehicles due to the major safety hazard, and Tesla vehicles has been the subject of many custom complaints. The vehicle recalled by Tesla are divided into 2 batches, and the problem will affect the vehicle handling, increase the risk of accidents, and have potential safety hazard. So next, I would like to talk about the strategy. We use the SMA, simple moving average, to calculate the average of the selected price range, usually the closing price, expected rent return over the period of time, simple indicators of whether a bearish market is going to have a determinant whether it's going to continue or not. SMA is usually used to identify trend direction, but it can also be used, not only it also can be used to generate the potential trading signal. When the price is above the simple moving average line, we consider this instrument is going to be uptrend. Conversely, if the price is below the SMA line, we consider to be the downtrend. The breaking of the moving average line usually implies the trend reversal. The longer simple period, the more is lag, and the slower it is going to react the most recent price movement. If the closing price is under the SMA, we would buy the accordingly. On the contrary, if the closing price is over the SMA, it is better to sell to make the profits. So in terms of the expected return, expected maximum drawdown, we will assume that we have 10,000 USD capital and trading for 1 year. The expected return will around 8%. And refer to the stock price of Tesla this year, the most serious period of drawdown was going to be 498.32 to 330.21 on 30th of August to 8th of September. We expected the maximum drawdown at any point in the time is 30%. So in paper floating assign assume, we will only keep our stock, that means Tesla, in the portfolio. It will be easier for us to control by holding one stock. According to the trading mobile application by FINTB Security, there are 3 types of the trading US stock, and there is going to have $10,000 able to buy around 17 shares of Tesla stock. First of all, it's about the transaction fee at the time of buy. It's around $2.041. The transaction fee at the time of sale is going to be $2.221. And the last one, the total trading cost assumption, going to be $102.288. From the market impact, Tesla keeps catching fire, causing technical problem and tragedy, the public opinion. So we assume that Tesla stock will fall. And we assume that the net profit is around 8% in our capacity in the turnover assumption. Therefore, the turnover should be around $800. Next, about the implementation. We analyze for 10 years data in sample. In order to meet the trading time for the project, we conduct 1 year's. The data trend is uneven, which can lead to copying capacity of our program. So next, I would like to talk about the risk management. There is a strong relationship between the risk and the return of the stock market. The greater the risk, the greater the return. Every single investment contains a certain risk, and investor must be properly compensated for the risk, which is called risk per million and the simple per million. Therefore, risk is crucial, and the stock market all investor because there is no return without the risk. Successful investor use the stock market risk management strategy to minimize the risk and maximize the return. In the financial market, there are general 2 kinds of risks: the market risk and inflation risk. Market risk come from the rise and falls of the financial market. Inflation risk arises from the rise and fall into the prices of the goods or services over the time. There are some strategies that can be used to reduce the risk of the stock market. First of all, it's about the follow market trend. It is an efficient way to minimize the risk in the stock market. However, it is hard to spot the market trend and they change quickly. The market trend may last for the day, a month, or even a year. The short-term trend will run in the long-term trend. The second one is the portfolio diversification. To spread your risk through your portfolio. In the portfolio, you can spread your investment across multiple companies, industry, and asset classes. While the market value of one investment declines, the market value of another investment may increase. Mutual funds are another way to spread influence. The last one is about the stop loss. A stop loss or tracking tool is another tool used to check on condition that you are not losing money when the stock is down. It is the strategy if the stock falls below the certain limit. Investor can choose to exit. Self-discipline is other opinions of some investor to sell the stock when they fall below the certain level or fall simply. Next, I would like to talk about the possible human intervention. There are many ways to manipulate the stock price of the stock market. The most common method is going to take advantage of the weak stock market to buy the large number of the low price, then try to drive up the price so as to enter low and high out. In the process of driving up the stock price, they will still buying the spreading various rumors to induce a retail investor to follow up, thus forming a profitable atmosphere effect to the stock market. When the stock price reaches the high level, it will quietly sell the stock purchased at the low price and earn a higher and huge profit. On the contrary, an institution can also keep selling at the peak of the stock price and try to keep the market down, creating an atmosphere of the stock price falling. When the stock price reaches the certain low point, it will buy back all the stock, sold at the higher price, so as to achieve the purpose of selling high and absorbing low. In this way, the operator can obtain huge profit. And after the evaluation, in the testing, we found the return of some transactions very low. It may cause the transaction fee higher than the return. To prevent the above issue, we added the stop loss and take profit technique in our optimized out sample testing. After adding this technique, we return increase for 4%. Therefore, we believe the strategy will also have a stable performance in the future. It's the end of my presentation. Thank you.